On your mark, get set, go. And another annual Red Cross Diaper Derby is underway. Now, how did that go? Something about folding this thing like a kite. You turn the sides in like this, or was it like this? Well, Dads, you're on the right track. But if you'll recall, when you took the Red Cross course in mother and baby care, they showed you how to do it this way. First, fold the diaper to resemble a kite. And put the diaper under the baby. Bring the corners together and pin. And it's done. If she made it look simple, that's what she's trying to do. Attempting, through practical demonstration, to make the job easier for these prospective young parents. The job, that is, of caring for the new arrival. But where were we? Oh, yes, back at the diaper derby. And our new fathers are still earnestly trying to apply what they learned several months before. But somehow, it's just not as simple as everyone says it is. Here's Mom. She's an innocent bystander for this event, but she'll get her turn when the time comes for bathing the baby. The men seem to have finished in a dead heat. And the winner? Well, the judges first survey the results. All things considered, it's a tough decision. But for the sake of healthy competition, a winner is declared. Mother and baby care, care of the sick and injured, and fitness for the future. A wide range of practical guidance available from Red Cross volunteer and professional staff. And each a moment of service, pointing toward a fuller, healthier, more comfortable life for you and your family. This is the beginning of a life cycle. And this is the beginning of a new life. For blood, made available through the American Red Cross, means that she will run and play like other children once more. Whole blood, the greatest gift one human being can give to another, the gift of life. And the Red Cross, working round the clock, helps to meet the ever-increasing demand for this life-giving substance. For behind this symbol lies the pulse of the American public, who willingly donate over 2 3/4 million units of blood each year. The Red Cross Blood Program operates through 56 regional collection centers across the United States and in Puerto Rico. With bloodmobile visits to local communities and collection at the center headquarters, the Red Cross thus collects about half the blood used in the country. While the life-giving abilities of whole blood have long been known to medical science, many of its secrets have yet to be discovered. Thus, at Red Cross research laboratories in Washington, D.C., New York, and Los Angeles, exciting studies are being pursued for a better understanding of its mysterious properties. Technicians seek the answer to the preservation of whole blood beyond its present useful span of 21 days. To the identification of rare blood types, and to new therapeutic uses for blood and blood products. Yes, the Red Cross Blood Program is one of the greatest life-saving ventures ever undertaken, for nearly everyone can benefit, and nearly everyone can help with his support, his time, and maybe even the gift of life. These are American Red Cross youth at work in South America, a vital link in an open channel of communication with other Red Cross organizations through the League of Red Cross Societies. Through international Red Cross youth projects of this sort, Students from the United States and countries abroad are learning, at an early age, the importance of international cooperation and understanding. 33 American youth, with adult leaders, took part in this work-study project, financed by voluntary contributions from students in Red Cross youth programs and centered on South American Red Cross youth services. An important facet of international understanding is getting to know the people and cultures of other lands on a personal basis. As active participants in the society and culture, our youth did this in South America, living with families, learning new customs and ways of life, but always remembering that their prime purpose as Red Cross youth ambassadors was work and study. The host families of South America benefited, and so did our own young people, for each has a better understanding of each other and their problems. International Red Cross and the youth of two countries in a moment of service, a stepping stone for worldwide understanding and cooperation. All-out war against accidents in building and construction. This, the watchword of a new plan to give Red Cross first aid training to 3.5 million workers in the construction industry. The idea will become a working reality through the cooperation of the American Red Cross and the Building and Construction Trades Department of the AFL-CIO. Safety engineers and nurses on the average construction project may be few and far between, so the need for widespread knowledge of safety and first aid can be acute. Accident rates go down, even under conditions like these, when the workers on the site have been trained in first aid. Courses in first aid for construction people are already established in many locations and usually bring out an enthusiastic group of students, whether inside or outside working hours. These men appreciate the fact that volunteer Red Cross first aid instructors are concerned about their safety and quickly grasp that the ability to deal with an emergency on your feet can pay dividends when the chips are down. And just attending the classes brings out a new awareness of factors that make accidents. Result, speed with caution. The goal, 3.5 million workers trained in first aid. An impressive Red Cross mission, but well worth it to labor, to industry, and to you, should you need first aid. Because if you do, this man may be there to give his moment of service. August 21st, 1965. Astronauts Gordon Cooper and Pete Conrad prepare to enter the capsule for their 8-day Gemini 5 flight. The weather at the Cape is ideal, but an ominous tropical storm is spawning in the Caribbean, and NASA officials decide to bring the astronauts down one orbit early. Storm name, Betsy. Betsy was no lady, and she careened with awful purpose from South Florida to the Gulf Coast states on September 9th, as tens of thousands waited in Red Cross shelters. At approximately 9 p.m., Betsy tore into the daylight alongside a shocked and battered population. A dreadful moved some homes a half-mile from their foundations. Some could not be found at all. Food, water, clothing, other basics needed, so Red Cross sets up distribution points. Danger from health hazards of all sorts. Red Cross volunteer nurses help provide care. Along with President Johnson and top federal disaster officials, Red Cross President James F. Collins arrives to survey the situation. And the work goes on. Air Force help recruited to airlift badly needed supplies, backed up by local businesses, and thousands of Red Cross volunteers who pitch in to get the job done. Navy furnishes space for this, one of hundreds of Red Cross shelters. Army sea rations on the Red Cross menu. No gourmet attraction, but mighty welcome. And just as they did during many other disaster operations throughout the year, Red Cross disaster volunteers and staff at disaster relief headquarters like this start to search out the needs for long-term recovery. Immediate help, long-term recovery. A smoothly planned and carried out blend at a time when you, as the Red Cross, did what needed to be done in a moment of service.